once again to that show of shows that must see TV on YT, Pigskin Facts, History and News. I am your host of hosts, Fred. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. What's up, Redskins Nation? This, unfortunately, I have good news and I have bad news. Okay, the bad news. The bad news is this will be the final taping of Pigskin Facts, History and News. I've done about over 60 episodes, and this is season 2, episode 10. This will be the very last episode of Pigskin Facts, History and News. Starting a new show. The show will continue, but it will go under a different name. And the name of the new show will be called Redskins Football News Weekly. And like I told you, there'll be subtle changes. I'm going to be doing different things. Pretty much the show will be the same, except I will go more in depth on player analysis, team schedules, player profiles, different things like that. Also going to be doing something that I would call the History Vault. Go back in time and go over the Redskins history, the wonderful things that the Redskins did, former players, also player profiles of Hall of Famers or players, Redskin greats of the past. Many different things, trivia questions, and so much more. So we're just going to continue to grow, continue to build. And those of you that have been a part of Pigskin Facts, History, and News, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for subscribing. If this is your first time watching, hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments, thoughts, ideas, or anything you'd like to share or say, please scroll down to the bottom, fill out the comment section. I will respond to you, and I look forward, moving forward. Just like I say, like I've always said, Skins Nation will rise again. And I'm looking forward to the 2020 season. We just finished the NFL draft. And a lot of good things coming up. Can't wait to see how our coach interacts with our players, and we play our first game. It's been announced recently that the Redskins' first game of the year will be against the Philadelphia Eagles at FedEx Field. I have to come back to you and get the times of the games. However, I do have the schedule or who they're playing. So basically, I'm going to do what I did a few weeks ago. I'm going to give a score-by-score game analysis of who I think is going to win the game, the upcoming games that the Redskins have. They say they have the 5th easiest schedule, but I find that hard to believe because they play teams in the AFC North, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, not all that good of a team. They play games against San Francisco, Seattle. I wouldn't call those games easy. Probably our easiest games on the schedule will probably be against the Giants and against Cincinnati and against Detroit. But they say we have the 5th easiest schedule in the league. So we're just going to see how the Redskins do. I'm real excited about the offense. Dwayne Haskins, we just finished the draft, and now we have surrounded him with some weapons. Drafted wide receiver from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. I believe he was a steal of the draft. Another steal of the draft, I believe, was Antonio Gandy Golden out of Liberty. 6'4" receiver, about 224 pounds. Kind of reminds me of a young Randy Moss. I think this guy is going to do big things, and he's going to complement Terry McLaurin on the other side of the field. And Antonio Gibson, this guy's going to come in and open things up for the offense. He's a weapon. He doesn't even like to be called a wide receiver or a running back. He likes to be called an offensive weapon. Swiss Army knife, kind of a Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara type. They're going to move this guy around. And I know Scott Turner is just going to be like a kid playing in the sand at the playground, forming up plays with these guys coming in, and looking real forward to it. Bryce Love coming back, running back. He was dealing with an ACL injury last year. Darius Geis been injured off and on. He should be healthy by the time the season rolls forward. Looking for him to have a solid year and play more games because the man showed flashes of greatness And if he could just stay healthy and stay in the field, I believe that he will be a detriment to other teams, to the opposition teams that the Redskins play, and he'll be a great asset to the Washington Redskins organization and offense. So Dwayne Haskins is going to have a little more to work with this year. Then a lot of guys coming in on the offensive line. We drafted Keith Ismail from San Diego State. We got a guy from Wes Schlesinger, I guess his name is, from the Atlanta Falcons earlier in free agency. We drafted Sadiq Charles out of LSU. So we got some offensive linemen. We got some interchangeable parts, and I like that. We're building depth where we need to build depth. Tight end position, free agency. We got Logan Thomas, former quarterback out of Virginia Tech, formerly played with the Detroit Lions tight end. He played against us last year, scored a touchdown, actually. So he has some hands. He can play. Rodgers, tight end Rodgers from Philadelphia. Can't remember his first name, but Richard Rodgers formerly used to play under quarterback Rodgers in Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers, and then he went over to Philly. Didn't do too much over there, but we have him now, so put this guy in development, see how he does. Vernon Davis is gone, retired. Jordan Reed is gone. So we acquired as an undrafted free agent Thaddeus Moss, big time wide receiver, son of Hall of Famer Randy Moss. And just like I said last time, the apple doesn't fall from the tree. The guy's got great hands, can catch the ball. As a bulldozer of a bully of a blocker, for sure. He's 6'3", 200, about 230 pounds, something like that. And the guy is hard to tackle, hard to bring down. And like I said, he's an exception when he catches the ball. Phenomenal. So looking forward to them working these guys in on the offense. Running backs, we got Peyton Barber from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, got him through free agency. Of course, we still have the workhorse AP, the living legend, still running and bowling over people. So we still have him. So we have a great backfield and good receivers like last year. Steven Sims was punt returner, kick returner. Then they put him in a slot, and he did an exceptional job. Scored some touchdowns, caught a lot of passes. Kelvin Harmon out of NC State, another guy that picked it up, another rookie that picked it up near the end of the year. He caught about over 30 passes. Didn't score, but he was very effective catching the ball. Big, strong guy with strong hands, hard to bring down. So we're looking forward to it. Not sure who's going to stay, who's going to go. Trey Quinn had a so-so year, so don't know if he's going to be around. We'll have to see. And but as far as that, we're looking good. Kyle Allen, another guy that we got from free agency, quarterback. We got him from the Carolina Panthers. He'll be backing up Dwayne Haskins, and he's been in the Carolina offense under Scott Turner, so he knows the offense. So he'll be working with and helping out Dwayne Haskins, getting acclimated, accustomed to the offense, and getting used to things under this new Redskin offensive plan, offensive scheme. So I look forward to it. Drafted Chase Young, no-brainer. Drafted him as the second pick in the NFL draft, and just kind of wondering how they're going to line him up. I'm pretty sure he's going to start. I just wonder if they're just going to continue, if they're just going to rotate the line, bring guys in and out, keep them fresh, bring him in for about 15, 20 snaps, take him out, bring him back in. I'm just curious to see how they're gonna plug him in and how they're gonna play him. And I believe now that the Redskins, Jack Del Rio, new defensive coordinator for the Washington Redskins, hired in the offseason, is implementing a 4-3 defense. And the Redskins for years have run a 3-4 defense where they had to read and react and play off the ball and cover. But now this 4-3 defense is going to be aggressive. And Ron Rivera said it. He said, we are going to stop the run on the way to the quarterback. We are going to stop the run on the way to the quarterback. I love it. So I believe they're probably just going to unleash Chase Young and just let him be a beast Let him be the predator that he is, the predator, and hunt down quarterbacks and destroy quarterbacks. So there's a lot of matchups I'm really looking forward to this year. Chase Young against the first drafted pick in the NFL draft, Joe Burrow, quarterback that went to Cincinnati Bengals. Looking forward to Chase Young lining up against him. First game of the year, we play the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz, the Eagles starting quarterback, is going to line up and see Chase Young right across looking at him, ready to hunt him down and take him under. So I'm looking forward to some intriguing matchups as far as quarterbacks and running backs. Chase Young even made a statement. They asked him, who would you like to sack a lot as a quarterback? And he mentioned Lamar Jackson. Well, I think it's week 4 of the NFL season. Yeah, week 4, they play the Baltimore Ravens. He's going to get his chance. So looking forward to that. A lot of good things coming up. Redskin news. Redskins signed offensive lineman Mike Litke from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They signed him to a 1-year deal. So the Redskins are continuing to add depth on that offensive line to protect. And I believe if they can protect Dwayne Haskins, he's going to have plenty of time to throw, and he's going to do some serious damage in his second year in the NFL. And there's a lot to improve on, and I believe he will be vastly improved as a quarterback. And we will, Skins Nation, hell, Skins Nation, hell to the Redskins, we will be improved this year. And I've been seeing a lot of things like the critics and the NFL analysts, predicting what our record's going to be, and they're saying our top ceiling will probably be 8-8. You don't know that. You don't know that. That's why they play the game. My personal opinion, I think we'll win more games than that. I think we'll do exceptional the first year, whereas nobody else is really giving us credit. But then again, nobody else respects the Washington Redskins, so guess what? We'll bum rush the show, run over you like a truck, and earn our respect. So that way, we will get our respect. We'll run you the fuck over, and we will get our respect. And we'll take back what we owned in the 90s, the NFL. And we will rise again. I guarantee it. So, offensive line, I mentioned the offense, Chase Young. The secondary on the defense. Haven't talked about this much. We got Sean Davis from the Pittsburgh Steelers, a strong safety, played at the University of Maryland. Going to plug him in at safety right alongside Landon Collins. That ought to be a great pair because Landon Collins is not a great cover guy, but when it comes to him running up or playing in the box and running up on the line against the run, he's dangerous. He's a beast. Sean Davis is better at covering. He's a ball hawk, and I can't wait to see him play paired up with Landon. And then you have your corners. We have Kendall Fuller. He just won a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's come back home to the DMV. Welcome back home, Kendall. Plug him in at cornerback, where he started his career with the Redskins and was shut down, locked down, hands down, top notch, and he will be again. On the other side, it might be Fabian Monroe at the corner. I'm not sure who else is going to be at the corner position, but we got interchangeable parts. Jimmy Moreland from JMU, he's coming back his second year. Had a decent first year, got a year under his belt, so he'll be back stronger and better and more improved. Believe that. So DeShazer Everett, another safety, backup safety. So Ronald Darby, we acquired from the Philadelphia Eagles. He'll be coming in. I believe could be plugged in at the other cornerback spot. And when he's strong, when he's healthy, and at the top of his game, he's almost like a shutdown corner also. So look forward to him playing, especially against his old team. So I'm sure that'll fire him up, and he'll be ready to go for that one. So I think we'll have a decent secondary, and we're gonna have a hell of a defensive line, a monster of a defensive line. So there's gonna be a lot of quarterback sacks, a lot of fumble recoveries, a lot of forced fumbles, a lot of tackles for losses, and that's gonna be from our defense. And we are gonna be vastly improved from 28th in the league. I think we were last year, somewhere around there, 25th. I think between 25th and 28th in the league in defense, and we will be far better than that this year. So I can't wait. Redskins released New Jersey numbers for players acquired in free agency. Kyle Allen is number 8. Wide receiver Cody Latimer got number 12. Kendall Fuller got number 23. Got Dunbar's old number. Peyton Barber, running back, number 25. Ronald Darby, cornerback. He will be sporting number 35. Sean Davis will be safety. Sean Davis will be wearing number 36. Old number you're probably familiar with. That great safety that passed from us, Sean Taylor. Linebacker Thomas Davis, number 58. Logan Thomas, tight end, got number 82, and tight end Richard Rodgers got number 86. Okay, Redskins 2020 schedule. There's no Monday night football games for the Redskins this year. Not really a primetime game, but there's no Monday nights, and this is the first time since 1999 that they have not played a Monday night game. Interesting. Okay, here's the 2020 Redskins schedule in order, and I'm going to predict the score of the game, win or loss, and we'll tally that up at the end, and we'll close out the show. Okay, week 1, Redskins play Philly at home. And I have the Redskins surprising Philly and playing dominant defense. The Redskins will win 21-13. These are based on my predictions. Week number 2, we play at Arizona. We go up against Kyler Murray, the quarterback from last year. That was a rookie, had a pretty decent season. We will go in Arizona and we will beat Arizona 28-24. The following week, we play at Cleveland. Baker Mayfield got a bunch of weapons. Nick Chubb at running back, Jarvis Landry, a wide receiver. They have a hell of a defense. Myles Garrett. The Redskins will go and win in a defensive battle and will defeat Cleveland 21-16. Week 4, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. Chase Young gets his chance to sack Lamar Jackson. I think Jackson will be too dynamic enough in that game to outlast us. I think they'll beat us 17-14. That'll be our first loss of the year. The following week, we have the Rams at home. Jared Goff, Sean McVay making his return to the Redskins. Former offensive coordinator is now head coach of the LA Rams. We will defeat the Rams 24-10 to go 4-1. The next week at the New York Giants, week 6, we always have trouble playing at MetLife Stadium, and I think that trend will continue. We will lose 17-13. Following week, we play Dallas at home. Dallas will come in underestimate us, and we will shock them. Redskins win 28-14 over Dallas. The next week, there's a bye week after the Giants game, and in between the Giants and Dallas game that I didn't mention, week 8, there'll be a bye week. Week 9 against the New York Giants again, revenge game. We will come in, we will dominate, we will pressure Daniel Jones, we will make him fumble because he has fumble trouble from time to time. Chase Young will let loose on that day as well as the Redskins defense. We will stomp the Giants 31-6 and get payback. Sorry about that, folks. A little technical difficulty. Oh, we'll get it right. All right, we got it right. Sorry about that. All right, so we'll get payback. Stomp the New York Giants 31-6. The following week, we'll be at Detroit. We beat Detroit last year in the Thriller. This time, we will stomp them in their place 23-3. Matthew Stafford, they don't have anybody on offense that's a threat. Our defense will dominate. We will win that game. Cincinnati, week 11, comes in at D.C. Joe Burrow faces against Chase Young. Chase Young and the Redskins defense will dominate. Dwayne Haskins will probably have his best statistical day as a quarterback. Redskins win 37-6. Following week, week 12 at Dallas for Thanksgiving. We usually don't do too well on these days, except for that Robert Griffin game in 2012 when we beat Dallas. but I think Dallas will get us on this day. Hate to admit it. Final score will be 23-16 in a close one. The following week at Pittsburgh, we bounce back. Ben Roethlisberger is back as quarterback, but we will go to Pittsburgh and we will beat them 21-14 on their home field. Week 14 does not get any easier. We go to San Francisco. Last year, they shut us out at FedEx Field 9-0 in the driving rain and mud. This year, we go to sunny San Francisco, and the 49ers have too many weapons, and they will outlast us 22-16. We take an L in that game. Week 15, come back home against Seattle. Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. Seattle, we usually struggle against them. The trend will continue. They will outlast us, barely nip us, 17-15. We lose at home. Week 16, Carolina. Coach Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, faces his old team. We go into Carolina and we dominate first-year coach Matt Rule and the Carolina Panthers 27-9. Week 17 at Philly is we play at Philly, Lincoln Financial Field. We usually struggle there. They will edge us in overtime, 23-20. We will finish the year at 10 wins, 6 losses. That's my prediction. And that concludes the end of our final Pigskin Facts History and News. I am your host of hosts, Fred. I will catch you on Redskin News, Football News Weekly, our new show coming up. So you guys take care, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you next time. Fred signing out. Peace.